Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It's Friday evening, and this evening I am talking differing information or false information, misinformation, or just when we should question things. I read a report today. Well, basically, I saw the headline, and it was like doctors are encouraging the government to ban this new domestic appliance, and it was the wood burner. And I was like, right, okay, let's go and have a look at this. And it's basically seemingly there's 100 doctors have said that we need to look at wood burners, especially in urban areas, because the pollution, the PM 2.5 particulates are, I think it's 27%. They're like third in the list. So I was like, right, okay. But from the way I was reading that article, and it was in the Mail and the Times, they were talking about it. And from the way I was reading that article, it was like wood burners were one of the biggest problems in the country for um, people with asthma, people with breathing difficulties. They cause so many thousands of deaths, or they're part and parcel of so many thousands of deaths. And I was just like, excuse me, sorry, what? And I think it's a very easy way that is now being taken up by a lot of the media to manipulate what they're saying for their own advantage or for a headline. Because, I mean, I don't know if the Daily Mail's owner is going to gain anything from wood burners being banned in urban areas. However, air quality, especially in urban areas, is a huge thing. And I get that. I know when I used to visit Patrick in London in the summer, I mean, the air quality compared to up here was huge. I know that his breathing has improved dramatically since he moved up here. But to call out on wood burners when there's so many industrial processes that cause these particulates as well is, I think, rather a bit of subterfuge, shall we say. And also, for wood burners, there's no tax on the fuel. You know, the government doesn't particularly make money out of it, whereas they do out of gas and electricity, etc., etc. And the big companies make profits out of the gas and the electricity, etc., etc. And no matter what they seem to say about anything else, there seems to be a huge dearth of people shouting to curb the use of private jets. You know, I mean, they're saying we can't use our cars as much. You need to be cycling, you need to be walking. You want to come and do that up here, please? When I'm 3 miles to the nearest shop. Behave yourself. You know, it gets down to more than -10 here, or lower than -10. It has gone down to -16 before. I am not walking 3 miles to a shop in that. I am not sending my kids walking the 3 miles to school that it's supposed to be before I get a free bus. I need to pay for the bus because obviously I'm not putting the kids out in that. So all this namby-pamby stuff of, oh, we need to stop driving as much, we need to, well, see when those people who are calling for changes in the environmentally friendliness of us all. You know, I mean, don't even start me on the new boy at Starbucks. And I'm presuming that that was a bit of a exaggeration in the reporting as well, but certainly it was a headline on the TV this morning that the new boy in Starbucks are allowing him the use of private jet to commute between his local office where he's based and the actual head office, which is quite a few 100 miles away. So, you know, it's like, okay, be great if you could do that, eh? Oh, it's all right, you've got your own wee local office there. You just work there and every so often we'll fly you to the corporate office. This is the people who put paper straws in their drinks to be more environmentally friendly. I mean, I have no words. So for all the private jets that happen, for all the politicians that go places, for the private jets for the rich and famous to go on their holidays or to go and visit each other, see when they start curbing that, then I'll maybe think about curbing my driving or my wood burner. But until then, do not even attempt to tell me how we should be changing our lives, because the pollution that is brought out by that few but contaminates that many, no. Until they start reducing some of the biggest polluters. I mean, air travel is one of the biggest polluters. We know that because look what happened in America at 9/11. So we know the difference in temperature it makes, etc., etc. But yeah, seemingly wood burners are now one of the biggest pollutants in urban areas. I think not. Just ridiculous. What we're being asked to believe, what we're being asked to do, while those and those such as those are out and about in their private jets. I mean, I'm just not up for it at all. We are absolutely being fed a load of rubbish, which we all know, but this load of rubbish is actually detrimental to our health. It's detrimental to our way of life. I mean, I know the local town here, there's way too many people living in that town for the amount of jobs there. Their nearest big town is, as I say, 10 to 12 miles away, depending on where you live. So are we all going to go and stand in the buses? But they don't want the buses, they want the electric buses. You want to tell me how the electric buses are going to go along the road at -16? Really? Do not at me with that rubbish. So yes, we're not impressed. And this is just another thing that's getting waved for us little people. And I know I sound like a conspiracy theorist, and I don't care, because I've absolutely had it with being told what to do, while them and such as them are having a completely different lifestyle that no one seems to notice. It's causing as many, if not more, problems. Now I'm going to see why the dog's barking. Catch you later.